so shines, I'm scared.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Shawntas here today, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about 8 things I'll be doing in 2019 to ensure that I come out of 2019 with success. And I thought it would be very important to share this with you guys, just so that maybe some of you will take some of what I'm doing and add it to your list, or just to get you guys thinking about some things and to write it down so that they could possibly come true, and that at the end of the 2019 you can look back at this list and see some of the things you did. I think one of my biggest mistakes in 2018 was not keeping track of a lot of small wins that I had, and now that I'm at the end of 2018, I'm starting to reflect back and I'm starting to realize that a lot of times I didn't even pay those type of wins any attention, or I wrote those down as goals, and then when I achieved them I didn't even realize that I achieved those goals, and now I'm looking back at 2018, matching it up with some of the goals I had, seeing that I did complete a lot of my goals and not even realizing it in that moment. So in 2019, I want to go into the mindset of having a list of things that I exactly want to achieve in order to be successful, and I want to keep track of it this time so that I'm more grateful. So the first thing I'm going to do in 2019 to ensure that I continue to have success is I'm going to not compare myself to others. I feel like in 2018 it was probably one of the worst years for me when it came to comparing myself to others. Not the worst year in general of my life, but just when it came to comparing myself to others, it was very apparent in 2018. Towards the far end of 2018, it started to take a toll, and I was like, okay, you cannot do this anymore. You have to realize all the stuff that you have, and you have to be grateful. And I feel like that all of us get in the mindset of trying to compare ourselves to others, and we get in these rants where you're like, nothing's going good, blah blah, and it's not true. Like, you have an excellent life most of the time. Most of the time what you're feeling now, you're not going to be feeling a few months, even weeks later. So it's not that important. If the feeling is that easy to just like fade away, then you know that it's not that important. So in 2019, I'm going to make sure that I do not do that. The second thing that I'm going to make sure that I do in 2019 is I'm going to focus more on my purpose. Now by that I mean, instead of doing a bunch of busy work that's not even going to result in much, like it may give me a few lessons, it may give me a few like false wins then, but in a few months or weeks, will that task or opportunity that I did, will it contribute to my life purpose? So I want to focus more on doing things that are going to contribute to my life purpose, rather than doing a bunch of stuff and looking like I'm doing a bunch of stuff and really just doing nothing at all. So in order to complete this, I will have to be more into doing more purposeful adventures. By that I mean feeding my purpose way more than I feed things like social media, or doing a lot of stuff that doesn't contribute to my personal like beliefs, if that makes sense. An example of this is in 2018, I really felt deeply on my YouTube channel that I wanted to branch out and do more like self-development, like more of those type of videos, and I kept telling myself, oh, I can't do it because my subscribers want to see hair. And then towards the end of 2018, so I was doing a bunch of videos and I was like, okay, this isn't really fulfilling me anymore. And then towards the end of 2018, I got this like light bulb that went off in my head, was like, why don't you just switch it up? Instead of just doing all hair videos, why don't you do some videos that are for self-development? So that's a moment where I realized that I need to be doing stuff more that contributes to what I love doing in my life purpose, rather than just doing a bunch of stuff, because those things normally don't fulfill you when you're doing a bunch of stuff. I want to be able to help you guys, and I also want to be able for you guys to see more of what I do in my personal life, and more of you know, what I do to develop myself so that I can help you guys on different levels. Number 3, one thing that I want to do is I want to decorate my apartment to look sort of like my dream apartment. So I've always wanted to have like this space to where I have like a very relaxing, vibey type of apartment. And normally I'll start to do it and then I'll stop. Like I'll start decorating and then I'll just get to this mood. I'm like, okay, I don't even care anymore. And I'll just completely stop. And then my apartment ends up being half done. It happens in pretty much every apartment that I move into. So in 2019, I want to decorate my space to fit my personality more. So I want to decorate my living room to be more vibey, to be more like more plants. I already started to do it. As you guys can see, my YouTube setup is a lot different from what I've ever had on my channel. So I've already started to do it in my apartment, but I want to make sure that I trickle it all the way through, like Naraya's room, my room, just creating a very beautiful space for myself. I feel like when your space is nice and just vibey, then you can create more because you'll be more in a clear mental space rather than just having a very junky environment. Then the fourth thing that I want to do in 2019 to be more successful is to get out more. Now I know a lot of people will think that I'm talking about like get out and go to more parties or more like work stuff, but I did that in 2018. So this time I want to get out more with doing more things that benefit me, that add to me, and that bring me more joy. Because if you're super joyful on the inside, that's going to trickle out on the outside and add to your success. I want to get way more experience with being around like-minded people. So instead of just being around a bunch of people, which ultimately drains the crap out of me, because I'm such an introvert, if I'm around a bunch of people who I'm just not, you know, I'm not even really connecting with, it drains me. I start to feel all these, you know, opinions and stuff around me, and I'm just like, huh. But when I'm around like-minded people, I can really think and I can really vibe and connect with people, and that's what really makes me, you know, come out of my shell. So I want to definitely get out more around like-minded people. I also wanted to travel to more places this year. In 2018, I was traveling so much. Oh my God, I was traveling so much, and it was all for work, and it was all for just a bunch of stuff that benefited my YouTube channel, but at the same time, it wasn't really benefiting me in the way to where I needed to be traveling that much. It began to be I begin to not like traveling, and that's a problem because I absolutely love to travel. But in 2018, I was traveling so much around so many different people, and so much was going on that I literally was like, okay, after my Brazil trip which was at the end of the summer, I got back and I was like, I went from Brazil to New York, and I remember just feeling like I do not want to travel anymore this entire year. Like, that's how I felt. So when I got home and I was getting invitations, I got an invitation to go to DC. I got an invitation to go to the New York fashion show. I declined both of those because it just wasn't the right time for me. Like, I just needed time to sit down with myself and just not be around a bunch of people and a bunch of like influencers and stuff. Like, I just needed to be by myself. So I ended up turning down so many great opportunities just because I was drained, and it was the best thing for me to do. And so now in 2019, I don't want to ever get to that state of feeling like I don't want to travel. In 2019, I want to travel, but I want to travel doing purposeful things, and I want to travel with people that I love. Traveling for work will be a lot better this year because I'll only be accepting things that I truly am aligned with and that's going to truly benefit me. Okay, so this next one is kind of weird. My fifth way to be more successful in 2019 is to get better dishes. Now, I know that sounds very weird, but I swear, when I have better pots and pans and just stuff to cook with, it makes me more inspired to cook, because I'm a person who's very visual and I need pretty things around me in order to really like connect with them. In order to really connect with them. So I've noticed that my collection of dishes that I have, I've outgrown them. That's no longer my style. Like, I want some more like aesthetic pieces. The sixth thing that I want to do in 2019 to be more successful is I want to expand my brand and my business. Yeah, I started in 2018, Nourish by Shawntas, but I started selling the oils to you guys in 2017. So as time has gone on, my brand is starting to slowly grow, and some of the stuff I wasn't even I didn't even know was coming to me. So this year I'm going to focus a lot more on Nourished by Shawntas and making sure that I really build that up, because it's time, and this is something that came to me, and since it was God-given, I'm going to make sure I take very good care of it. So I'm going to be more into developing Nourished by Shawntas, more into doing more opportunities around that, and of course my YouTube channel I'm definitely going to develop more. As you guys can see, I've gotten a new space, I have new equipment that you guys can't see, and I'm just going to be more focused on myself and my brand and bettering my YouTube channel, putting out better content, and just being more mindful of what I put out, just not putting out anything that's going to lower me, but always putting out stuff that's going to enhance myself and enhance you guys as well. So number 7 is I want to open up more. When it comes to me, I'm a very closed off person. I get comments here and there from you guys saying like, what do you, like, who are you? Like, you are so private, we know nothing about you. And it's maybe because I've always been like that. I'm not like an out there person. I'm very reserved. So when it comes to my YouTube channel, you guys, that comes across my YouTube channel. So more opening up in 2019, because I want for my other side to show, which is way more than hair. In my personal life, I find ways to do a lot of self-development. I do a lot of like writing and stuff like that, and that's a part of me that you guys don't know about, and I feel like that it's time that I show you guys and share with you guys a lot more of that side of me, because that's actually the side that is most interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna be opening up a lot on more on YouTube, and also in my personal life. Like sometimes I just close off and I'm just like so I'm gonna be more open. So because when you're more open, you're more vulnerable and you're more able to connect with people, because even though a lot of times people try to avoid their emotions and stuff, that's what helps us connect more with our spiritual side and also with people. All right, so my last thing that I'm gonna do for success in 2019 is I'm going to journal a lot more. Now I already journal a lot. Like I have a huge binder that I've been using since forever, but in 2018 I will say that when I was journaling, I would journal a lot of just self-development stuff rather than pages of being more grateful. So in 2019 I want to journal more things that I'm grateful for rather than, oh, let's get better, let's get better, let's get better. I feel like I've written down pretty much all the stuff that I want to happen plus more in my life. I want to focus more on being grateful for what I have. So in that way, I found journaling and writing stuff down, writing down my small wins, writing down goals that I've completed, and just keeping track of my wins and my success is going to get me closer to success, because now I'm focusing my attention on success. So whatever you're focused on, then the outcome is definitely going to result in whatever your energy is going to. So I want my energy this year to go to, or 2019 to go to more positive, more grateful, more present things, instead of just being like, oh, we gotta get here. Okay, we're here, now we gotta go here. You know, so those are the 8 things that I'm going to do in 2019 to ensure that in 2020 definitely be a success, like no question about it. So I feel like I'm already in the space for success, but it's just not like apparent yet. It's not like showing, it's not booming through the screen yet. What do you guys have up for 2019? What are some things that you're going to be doing in 2019 that is going to ensure that by the end of 2019 you're going to have success? Now make sure that you look at success in different ways. Now success can be money wise, it can be internal wise. It doesn't have to always be one thing or one area or a destination. It can just be like abundance. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want to see more content like this. I'd love to know if you guys are feeling these type of videos. Most of you honestly always are, but I still like to have that reassurance in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.